just fixing up this Model A door here. What you want to do is get this overlap off so that the front of the sheet metal, you can cut it, and then you're going to bend your new patch around this rib here. Alright, and then you cut the front of it off here, and now we go around and we just clean all this up. Okay, and then what we do is we mark our skin from the back side on this outer edge, so that's this mark, and then you leave yourself a little bit more than a ½ inch to fold back over, and then we'll just cut it out with some shears. And then what you want to do is nip in here where this line is, nip in here where this line is, so that this edge can fold and then this edge can fold. Just like that. That'll allow those edges to fold. Alright, then what I like to do is, while it was still on its front side there, I just tack the door in a couple spots here, and then that keeps it tight when you go to bend this lip over. I gotta weld another sheet in here too, so I'll fix all those holes in that. But yeah, and then once it's tacked, you can start bending over this stuff. I just like to use pliers and put a crimp in it and then hammer it the rest of the way over. Then you're gonna have a nice bent over edge like that. I kind of like to double up the corners myself. It just makes it a little stronger. Don't worry if you get a little overlap, you can just trim it up with a grinder. And then you just move on to the other side here before doing your welding. And then what I do is I just give it a tack every so often here. And that holds everything in there. And then I just gotta weld a little, cut this out and weld a little strip up to here. Done. And then once you have your tacked, I kind of miss this, but I take a grinder and then I cut both of the panels together, and then I push one side down and I start making a tack about every inch or so, and then I go back and then I fill the centers of them just to keep it from warping, and then I do that until it's completely welded all the way. All right, and that's a lick of kitty hair over the weld, and turned out pretty good. But I'm gonna take it home and do the 415 treatment and get the rest of the rust off the door. Probably gonna skim coat this whole thing, so we'll just leave it at that for now. Alright, so we got one lick of kitty hair on there. I still left this open here because I still got to put a patch and put a little bit too much filler there. I gotta grind that off, put a little patch, and then finish this corner. But just wanted to put a lick of kitty hair on here just to see how it blended in. Looking pretty good. And then when I go over with the smooth stuff, I'll fill right to this edge so you can't see any waves or anything. So looks pretty good. Alright guys, that's the bottom of the door, just to get it in primer and the top chop now. And yeah, maybe we'll work on the other one today too, we'll see. Alright. This one here doesn't look as bad as the other one, but it's still messed up right up to about here, so it's going to have almost the identical patch that the other one did. So we'll get started on it here. Alright, same as the other door, had to put a little flap on the bottom of it and then make the skin that goes on the front of it here in a sec. So just in the middle of sanding this door here, I got a lick on her and had to do some on the bottom. I made some dents when I made that flange, but meh. Starting to look good now anyways. Alright guys, doing some more work on the car here. Still got some smooth filler to put on top here. You can kind of see the lines of the patches, but after this, 2 more patches. And then I still got to chop the top of the door, but this is all weld through primer, so no big deal. Got the top of the cowl done. I left the firewall alone too because I got to cut it a bit. But yeah, looking pretty good. Got some start on the bodywork on that door over there too. So yeah, coming along pretty good. All right, spent some time putting that top together and stuff. Measured it from here to here, and from here to here, it's the same site. But it's got an awkward little bend in it right here that kind of makes the window look weird. But yeah, tack welded that on. This gap's nice. Welded that little support back on. So I'm out of MIG wire, so I'll have to do the posts there after I get some more tomorrow. But that's a lot of progress in one day, man. It's pretty much got to repeat that on the other side, but like I said, I only got one patch to do, so should be good, man. All right, guys, stay tuned. Ba-da-ba